justice and peace and equality.
Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, where change starts with conversation. South Atlanta Law Firm.
South Atlanta Family Law.
South Atlanta Family Law. Y'all heard what I said. Attorney Janice and Alfred in the building. Man, if you missed the first part, man, we talked about dads legitimizing, getting rights to their kids. Attorney, now you have a passion for serving. Now, not only I know as a attorney, you got to get paid, do your job, but you have a passion for serving in the community. I met you, as I said before, I met you at the Delta Sigma Theta job fair where you were pointing to young men about certain rights that they have. Tell us where that passion started from the community, why you decided to report back and give the information that you actually get paid for, like to these young brothers that's coming up. Talk to me.
Okay, so I came from Cobb County.
Okay.
I moved to Henry County, and I think I always wanted to be, well, what you call small town, even though Henry County is not that small.
No,
a small town attorney, where I can make a way.
Yes,
and yeah. So I've been practicing solo for a long time.
Okay.
And I just decided to start scaling up back in 2021.
Okay.
So I hired people to start working at my firm. We have 2 attorneys and we have 2 paralegals and other support staff.
Okay.
And so at this point, and I've been encouraged to do that a lot too. I'm a really, really shy person. If you can tell, I'm kind of shy.
I can tell.
And so I'm trying to now put myself out there and do more things in the community to give back, because Henry County has given a lot to us. You know, I was able to build and grow my firm here.
Yes.
And so now we're trying to come out and do more education. I'm trying to join more organizations where I can help out and do different things. That it doesn't necessarily have to be law related, but I do want to get out there and start doing more things. And one of the reasons why I also want to do that is so that I can get to know the people in the community.
Okay.
Because you know, it's easy to practice law and then you go to work, you go home, but then you don't really know what's going on in your community.
Okay.
And so I'm starting to meet more people. I'm doing some Thrive leadership in Henry County.
Okay.
I'm looking to do some other leadership stuff in Henry County. We've done a webinar where we talk about, I think one of them was about divorce, one of them was about legitimation.
Okay.
We're also trying to do a lot of different things in the community. I also joined some other organizations that I can do some more things with and giving back with my time mostly.
Definitely.
So that's what it is. I live here. I typically only shop here. Everybody who knows me will tell you that I don't like living in Henry County. I stay in the restaurants here.
Yes.
I go to the gym here. I shop here. Everything is done here. My doctors, everything is here. Because I believe in supporting the community that I live in so I can grow.
Wow, man, that's phenomenal, man. Not only are you giving back, but you believe in the vision of community economic development and pouring into the resources that's right around you. Now, you grew a law firm. Now, you started small beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're from from St. Lucia, and I was proud to hear that, because I was thinking about going to St. Lucia for vacation, and I'm like, oh man, I finally met somebody from St. Lucia, and you grew your firm from yourself to like how many attorneys now?
So we have 2 attorneys and then 2 paralegals. We got she's called the director of client services.
Okay.
We have she was an office manager, so she's now my admin assistant.
Okay.
We have a legal assistant. And then we also have Nata, who is our marketing person.
Wow! Shout out to the marketing person.
Did I leave out anyone? I don't think I left out anybody else.
Phenomenal marketing, by the way. Phenomenal marketing.
Thank you. We're trying to do our thing. We're trying to do it. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So, what was it like for you to, go solo and then kind of build that team and partner with people that was, that shared a like-minded vision? All the way from St. Lucia, man. Shout out to St. Lucia.
Yeah, shout out. I'm hoping to go down there in December for Carnival. July. I'm sorry, for Carnival. Okay. We'll see if that plays out. But so it took me a long time. Like a lot of my colleagues were telling me that I need to scale up, and it took me a long time because What I learned was that I may have some control issues.
Okay.
Because doing everything right. At one point, and then having to let go and having to delegate stuff to people.
Yes.
It's hard.
Definitely.
It's hard, and you have to be willing to just let go.
Yes.
Hire the people who can do the work, who can do the job without you micromanaging them,
Absolutely.
and just trust that they're gonna do the work.
Yes.
And so that's my philosophy. I try to hire people who are like-minded like me,
Okay.
who I know are gonna cater to my clients the way I would if I was doing it on my own, and I just let them do their thing, let them work their cases, let them do their stuff. I do oversee everything,
Yes.
but I let them do their cases how they see fit. Now they always come to. Now we do confer. The attorneys do confer, and we talk about certain cases if there's an issue, and then I obviously I give my opinion about things. But for the most part, each attorney handles their case, as they want, and I just trust that they're gonna do what's right by the client.
What services do you guys provide at South Atlanta Law Firm, and what's the value of the services? What I know you do family law. We're here to talk about legitimation and that, but I know. Come on, divorce, all that good stuff, man. You get the juice, you get all the tea.
Yes, we do. I mean, and I'm not gonna talk about people's business here, but we get some stories.
Man,
we get some stories. Oh my God.
Come on now.
But anyway, so we do. We handle divorces.
Okay.
And it can be contested or uncontested.
Right.
We handle legitimations, as you know.
Okay.
That can also be uncontested too. There are times when it's uncontested, where both parties agree on everything, and so that makes it a lot easier. It's faster. It takes a couple of months to get done. We draft everything. Everybody signs off on everything. We file it with the court. The court accepts it, signs off on it. Everybody goes about their business.
Okay.
We also handle adoptions.
Right.
And if there are any modifications that need to be done to any previous orders, we handle modifications. We handle contempts as well. So somebody's violating a court order, we handle that. There's a lot of that too. And then we also handle some minor guardianships as well.
Okay.
But that's in probate court. That's not in superior court.
Okay.
We handle name changes as well for children or adults.
Okay.
And that's typically it. Child support typically comes along with other things, and so
right.
we don't handle DHS cases where people are in front of DHS, because they can just go on their own unless they think that there's something egregious happening. But that's pretty much about it. Now
you talking about you handle divorce cases, and I done seen some wild divorces out here in ATL, man. I'm talking about wow. And it's funny because I was looking at a case on Facebook. One of the guy was talking about he was married for 2 years, lived in a nice house and everything, and the wife wanted a divorce, and I want the house, I want everything, you gonna give me equity. I'm like, so what? I mean, what's up with these financial grabbers in ATL, man? Because it's like, man, the guys are falling for these women, and man, a year, 2 years later, they divorcing, and now I want all your assets.
Well, you know what? They can say they want all their assets, but it's not going to be fair, because the court has to do what's fair and equitable, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's always what the court does. So if it's a short marriage, she's probably not going to get much of the guy's assets.
Okay.
Especially if he has premarital assets. Just remember, premarital assets are treated separately.
Yeah,
okay, so it's separate.
Definitely.
So anything they acquire during the marriage is what is typically up for grabs.
Okay.
And so, for example, if they buy a house together, and maybe it's on both of their credits,
right.
and one person can afford to keep the house and pay for it and pay the mortgage, then the court would typically allow one party to keep the house. Now if both of them, or the person who wants the house, cannot afford it, the courts are typically going to ask for the house to be sold.
Okay.
Right? Because you have to be able to figure out how to take the person's name off the house. If you can't do that because your credit is not good or your income is not good, then the only option is to sell it.
Hey, definitely.
And then if there's any equity, now I'm assuming if they bought a house 2 years ago, there's probably not that much equity, so there's really no equity to give up, to divide during that short amount of time. But when the people have had the houses for years and years, and they get divorced, there's typically a lot of equity, and so the courts will try to do what's fair in dividing the the assets.
Now, I know you in business, you're an attorney. Not everybody has a business, but people who are in business, they understand. As an attorney, is there any point before a person files for divorce where you trying to say, hey, can y'all work this out? Can we talk? Before it even goes there? Are you just kind of like, hey, this is what it is. We going this is a direction. I'm fighting for you like this. I mean, what? Because you seem to be a caring person, like where you care for community, but I know you got to get your bag though,
So let me just, okay, I'm going to be very, very honest.
All
so
right.
when I was doing everything,
okay,
I did that.
Yeah.
Now I have a non-attorney salesperson.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, because we as attorneys, we always want to give out advice and do all that, and so I used to always walk away saying, it's up to you. You need to think about it. I give them things to think about, and I send them home, and then that is not a good salesperson, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, because we always want to help and give information.
Yeah.
And so that's why they said it's better to have a non-attorney salesperson in your law firm rather than attorneys doing a consultation, because we tend to do that.
Okay.
Now, I always tell everyone that we do not ever encourage people to file for divorce. Obviously, that's not our job.
Right.
But when they come to us, they come to us for a reason.
Okay.
They don't come to us and like, well, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm gonna divorce my husband. They come to us because they have a reason, and they know for a fact that that they don't.
Like this, the end of the road, right?
Yes. Now I've had some recently when I kind of did the consultation, and so that's why, again, like I said, I should not be doing consults. Where after I talked to her and I told her all what she had to lose, she was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to rethink this divorce thing.
Absolutely.
So
come on.
Yeah, but yeah, most of the times, when they come to us, they already know.
Right.
What they're gonna do.
Man, it's crazy because I know, like, mixing when you're a community advocate and then you got to do your job. It's kind of like you balancing two hats, and you saying, man, I want to be successful, I want to be this, but I also want to have a caring, compassionate heart. And so I know how it is. And with tell us this. Because a lot of guys have it in their mind when they get to the court, man, the judge, man, he gonna take everything. The judge just gonna get me, man. I mean, guys gotta pay child support, alimony. I mean, how can they pay for cost of living in this Georgia economy when the minimum wage is $5.15 right now, and support their own? I mean, it seems like it should be some other options.
Well, let me just tell you this. So a guy who is making minimum wage is not going to pay alimony.
Correct. Yeah.
You have to be able to afford it. You have to be able to afford where you live to be able to pay alimony to somebody else. So that's not really a thing.
Okay.
It's really the ones who pay alimony are typically the ones where there's such a disparity in income between them and their spouse.
Okay.
And and they've lived with that all these years, or there was an agreement that somebody's was going to stay home and take care of the children. And so if you agree that your wife should stay home, and now she doesn't have any history of employment, she can't find work.
Okay. Yeah, true.
And you're making a lot of money, you're going to have to pay some kind of support. Man. Now, it may not be lifelong. Before, the judges used to do a lot of lifelong, but it's going to be for a period. I think we call it rehab alimony, where they pay them a certain amount of alimony for a certain amount of years until they can get on their feet and be able to find work and support themselves. But I think that's fair.
If you would take care, because you told her, baby, I'm gonna take care of you now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. So I already know. Yeah, man, do your job, bro.
Yes.
Do your job. King Solomon, 2, 3 women. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, bro. Yeah. But naturally, when it comes to it, and I'm looking at it, the ones who I see suffer most in these divorces, and I did mentoring in the schools. I've been doing it for the past 15 years. Streets of Gentlemen. Educate the mind, elevate the spirit, eliminate stereotypes. We work from elementary all the way to college students. The one thing that when I have trouble about a lot of our youth, I pull them out of the hallway, I say, what's going on? Number one thing, answer I heard, my mom and dad is getting divorced, my mom and dad is separating. What type of trauma does that play on a child when divorce and, separation happens? Like, what have you seen?
So we're kind of in the front end of it. We don't really see the aftermath, because just remember that, we don't really get to talk to the kids or see the kids or interact with the kids. But when there's a custody battle, both parties are trying to get maybe primary custody of a child, or mom is not agreeing, or one party is not really agreeing for the other party to have visitation, they will appoint what's called a guardian ad litem. That's an attorney that is appointed to represent the child. And so sometimes recommendations can be made that the child needs to seek therapy, and have counseling and stuff like that. And so that's where that stuff comes in. But the parents are typically the ones who know what's going on with the children, so they probably need to maybe have the child talk to a therapist. But we don't really get to see how that plays out, unfortunately.
Wow.
And so there used to be a thing where a lot of attorneys used to, well, the parents used to have the children do affidavits of election, where the children at a certain age get to write about who they want to live with and why. And so the courts are pushing back on that because they realize that it could have an impact on the children, where the children have to decide. And so one parent, they're going to decide that they're going to live with one parent versus the other. And so it may affect the relationship with the other party. And so the judges don't like it. They've told us that in many CLE sessions that they don't like them. Some judges will still consider them, but for the most part, they don't really like the kids getting involved in making that decision.
I totally understand. I don't totally understand that. We're gonna have to go to another commercial break, and the tea is teaing, and the tea is brewing here with attorney Janice Alfred, Atlanta, South Atlanta, family law firm, working for the people, doing great things in the community. You guys stay tuned. Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, where change starts with conversation.
For justice and peace and equality.